Hi, real estate broker Josh Barker, and thank you for checking out our market update for the month of December 2025. Let's go ahead and kick off this month's sales report. We're going to go back to last month in the Shasta County Multiple Listing Service and take a look at the housing activity. So we'll start off with total sold. We finished at 155 homes that closed escrow last month. If you go back 1 year ago, we had approximately 167 that closed. So sales are down by roughly 7% year over year. Now here's where it's a little interesting. I went back almost 2 decades and looked about the mid 2000s. 2005, we had a very similar sales volume. 2007. And then in 2008, it was just a slightly higher than what it is right now. So in reality, these sales are actually pretty low historically compared to what we've seen in the past. Now, the inventory is also moderated as well. If you look online right now, you're starting to see that the housing inventory is beginning to drop. Right now, it's reported on the multiple listing service that there's approximately 920 properties that are currently for sale in the market. Now, that's factoring in for mobiles and multifamily as well. If you go back 1 year ago, there's 829. And so you can see our inventory has actually climbed by roughly 10% year over year. Another number that really stuck out for us this month is if we look at the total year-to-date sales. Right now, at the end of November, it finished at 2,133 homes that closed escrow. If you go back a year ago for year-to-date, it finished at 2,141. So literally about 8 transactions off year over year. When you think about thousands of sales taking place, that means that our market is very, very predictable at this moment. Another thing that's standing out right now that we're starting to see is just the overall psychology of the housing market. Right now, we're sitting at about 4.72 months supply of homes for sale. And what that means is that it would take us 4.72 months to sell off the existing housing inventory based on the current sales volume if nothing else came up for sale. Now, where this actually plays into what you're experiencing on the streets is usually when you have a 0 to 3 month supply, it's what's called a seller's market. And what that'll feel like is if you're out at the grocery store or if you're out of school watching, sports or hanging out with your friends on the weekend, there's a lot of optimism in the market. There's usually a lot of discussion about housing prices going up quickly. There's normally talks about multiple offers. There's usually a lot of urgency on the buyer's behalf to want to get into the housing market, all because of how fast things are moving. And that's what you have normally at a 0 to 3 month supply of homes. At a 4 to 5 month supply of homes, that tends to be more of a neutral market. And what you'll experience during those times is that nobody's really talking about home pricing going up quickly. Nobody's talking about the market crashing very much either. And buyers are not definitely at that same level of intensity that they are during a seller's market. And then that final price point that market that you're looking at is what we call the buyer's market. And that's when inventory is sitting over a 6 month supply. And during that time, you're going to start to feel like, okay, in those conversations you're having in the community, sellers are talking about their home prices going down. Buyers are talking about the market going down. And really the sales volume is being impacted as a result of the psychology related to the buyer's market. Right now, we're sitting around a 4.78 month supply. Again, firmly embedded in what we consider to be a neutral market. In the winter months, not surprising. Real question is going into next year, what does that look like? Well, if you look at what the Federal Reserve has been coming out recently, there's about a 90% likelihood that you're going to see the quarter-point interest rate drop by the Federal Reserve going around December 10th of this year. If that takes place, which most experts think it will, the psychology in the market will be that obviously the rates are coming down and we'll probably see more buyer participation. So that'll be something for all of us to watch. Last thing I want to talk about is just housing inventory coming to the market related to new construction. I have a report in my hand here, which is really exciting. It's talking about City of Reading units that have been new permits pulled year to date. By the end of October, we finished at 159 permits that were pulled year to date. If you go back 1 year ago, it was literally about 107. So difference of 52 and almost a 50% increase in new permits being pulled for new construction. So that is really good news because new housing inventory is so vital to allowing for people to move up, move down, and to cause multiple leg transactions down the road. So definitely want to see those new housing units coming in. But in any case, if you have any additional questions regarding the market here in Shasta County, just know we're always here to help. I want to thank all of you again for taking your time with us today. Happy holidays.